Okay guys, may I have your attention please? We are going to take a start with Ielts listening module. As far as Ielts listening is concerned, with a little attention, you have no idea how much benefit you guys can gain from listening. The first thing is good listeners are the good speakers. So if you do Ielts listening extensively, like in a day you solve 2 listening tests, or sometimes even you solve more than 2 listening tests, and you have the ability to observe as you listen the way they pronounce different sounds, and then you absorb those ideas and then you try to produce that sort of language. Now for example, you listen to an Ielts audio and there they say computer, I would like to get my computer repaired, something like that. So you try to copy that. One thing is you say, okay, this is their style, I have my own style. Right? So it's not like that. All you need to do, you need to, through listening, you have to improve your accent and your pronunciation, the first thing. After that, through listening, you guys have no idea, you can improve your speaking also. Ielts listening part 1, the conversations they have, and in part 2 also the conversations they have, there are various sentences which you can copy from there. Right? So whenever you listen, if there is a new sentence, try to make a careful mental note of it, and then you can use that in your actual Ielts test. Sometimes from listening, you can pick up some short phrases, right? And say, oh, I beg your pardon, or excuse me, will you please repeat that? So you can use this in speaking test when you do not understand examiner's question. Right? So be vigilant and keep your eyes open like this, that you are learning new things. And listening is going to help with speaking, with your accent, with your pronunciation. And by the way, listening is fun. It does not need any grammar. It does not need a lot of vocabulary and all that. And you will come across a variety of accents, but the language is standard English. It's not that if there is any American, English is going to be American slangs, bad American language. Not at all. English will be standard. Right? Now, for example, I have a script. You are from Canada, you are from Germany, or you are from Australia. Let's make it Australia. You are from New Zealand. Now, you 3 are recording something for Ielts. You will speak the same script in your Canadian accent. You will do that in Australian accent. You will do in New Zealand accent and all that. Language will be standard. So don't create any fuss over this thing. In Ielts, they have Australian English. I don't know, sanu ethon di nahi aandi te ki kariye. Not like that, okay? Standard English and standard accent also. If it is American, North American accent. If it is British, it will be standard British accent, BBC accent, the accent which they use for BBC News and all that, right? So accent is going to be standard. Now we take a start with listening part 1, and I want you all to be with me. Yasin, can you give me a pencil, please? I mean, I should have a pencil. I will explain the question. I will tell you what to listen for in the audio, and then I'll tell you how to find the answer. I have cut all these audios, so like I can repeat the audio more than once also. But let me tell you, in actual exam, they will not repeat the audio more than once. And they will not play the audio one by one. You say, Madam Klojo, I'm writing the answer and then I'll write the other answer. No, they'll play all the audios all at once. So I don't want you to get a shock or anything like that, right? So this is the thing. Now please come to your handouts, and inshallah those who did not get the handouts, they will get the handouts tomorrow. Yasin, ye listening ka bhi copy karna hai apne kal, theek hai? Yeah. We've got this listening test from Ielts book. I'm not gonna name it. One word and or a number. So one word and or a number is very, very common in Ielts listening part 1. What you have to do, the answer can be a word or answer can be a number. Word plus number, only word, only number. For example, 3 books. 3 is number, books is word. Or answer can be only 3. Answer can be 50 pounds. Answer can be only books. So this is what we mean, no more one word and or a number. The other day, one of my students was asking me, sir, the question type is no more than 3 words. And the answer contains only 2 words. Where should I write third word? How should I write? No more than 3 words. What does that mean? Maximum 3. Minimum? It can be 1 also. So no more than 3 does not mean every time 3 words that you say, okay, ek mein palliyon pawanga. Yeah, I'll write the, the or a or an and all that. 3 word pure likh ke aunga. Not like that. Okay. No more than means maximum word limit. Now we take a start. I just want you, and by the way, in listening, in IELTS listening, your imagination will help you a lot. You know, just imagine when you are doing your IELTS listening, if you remember your childhood and your mother or your father or your grandmother, grandfather, they used to tell you bedtime stories, nighttime stories. You know, just lying there. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful cat. And usual stories were about chidiya. Chidiya thi, barish hogi, bichari bheeg gayi, and you were there, chidiya, okay, bheegi hui chidiya, sami hui chidiya, something like that, right? So your imagination will help you understand the situation better, right? In IELTS listening also, they said junior cycle camp. Imagine some small Angrez children, chitte, and they are wearing helmet and colorful bicycles and all that. So once you imagine that, you will understand things better, right? Junior cycle camp. So there is a cycle camp over here. असी किराए पे साइकिल लेके बड़े हुए, you know, किराए पे साइकिल मिलती थी यहाँ पे, फिर कुछ अरसे बाद बाइक्स भी मिलते रहे, राइट? किराए पे साइकिल लेके, बट अंग्रेज़ों के लिए जूनियर साइकिल कैंप होता है. आप लोग किसी कैंप में गए थे साइकिल सीखनी? किसने सिखाई? जिसको आती थी उसने सिखा दी, खुद ही खंभों में लगते हुए, दरख्तों में लगते हुए, फिर बाद में शनाख्ती अलामत क्या है, क्यों ऐसी साइकिल दा हैंडल वजे ऐसी, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, सो जूनियर साइकिल कैंप, दैट्स व्हाट यू गॉट टू इमेजिन, राइट? The course focuses on skills and safety. All right, fine, no problem. Charlie would be placed in level 5. Now Charlie is, you know, Nyana, a small child. Just imagine any guplu child, Charlie, अंग्रेजों का बच्चा, right? So Charlie would be placed in level 5. So that is his level. Now, first of all, children at this level means level 5. So you should understand, read it like that. Children at this level are taken to practice in a, it means location. Children are taken to practice in a playground, in a garden, in a something like that, right? So now you will see level 5, and children at this level are taken to somewhere for cycling and all that. Now I play the audio, please listen and answer. So,
hello, Junior Cycle Camp, Jake speaking.
Hi, I'm calling for some information about the cycle camp. I'm thinking of sending my son.
Great. Well, it's held every weekday morning over the summer vacation, and we focus on basic cycling skills and safety. We have 8 levels for children from 3 years upwards. How old's your son?
Charlie? He's 7. He can ride a bike, but he needs a little more training before he's safe to go on the road.
He'd probably be best in level 5. They start off practicing on the site here, and we aim to get them riding on the road. But first, they're taken to ride in the park, away from the traffic.
Right.
So, road. Exactly, first, because they used first of all, right? So, first of all, they are taken for practice in a park will be the answer. Now, the society where you guys want to fit in, look at their problems. बच्चे को cycle सिखानी है, so they have to go somewhere to learn cycling. Let's go on. Instructors. Question number 2. Now, I want you to imagine some instructors for bicycle riding. Wow, that's awesome, huh? Okay. All right. So they've got some instructors, and instructors wear their shirts. It can be the type of shirt, t-shirt, or it can be the color of shirt, right? So just focus instructors. They might say all the children will wear yellow shirts. On the other hand, instructors will be in black, or they will wear black shirts. Just focus that, right?
And can you tell me a bit about the
Are you getting the voice there?
Yes.
Yeah?
instructors?
Well, all our staff wear different colored shirts. So we have 3 supervisors, and they have red shirts. They support the instructors, and they also stand in for me if I'm not around. Then the instructors themselves are in blue shirts, and one of these is responsible for each class.
Okay.
So the answer is? Now, one thing, I want you all to please mind your own business. Don't say blue lich. Yeah, you're just guiding blue. Answer is blue. Just mind your own business. You should have a paper. Look at the handout and write your own answers. Don't tell the other that you are the grandmother. Kaka, blue lich answer unne bolya nahi hai. Not like that, okay? Just mind your own business. Yeah, exactly. So the answer is? Blue. Exactly, not Billu. Yeah, very common nickname here, Billu. Billu Pan. Question number 3. A dash is required and training is given. So they need something and then training is given. So what is required? For required, they may use the word need. We need or something like you should have, right? So this is passive voice. A dash is required. Let's see what is that. Okay, does anyone know how to do this thing? Like the screensaver thing is after every few seconds it goes down the screen. नवी नवी टैब लिए चलानी नहीं आ रही. कैसे करते हो? इधर आ जाओ. सेटिंग्स, डिस्प्ले, उसके बाद
टाइम आउट जो है ना इसका
कहाँ पे है? ब्राइटनेस फुल है.
स्लीप.
हाँ, इसको कर दें 10 मिनट्स कर दें. थैंक यू. तो मैंने आंदा सी. You know, that's what we do. Yeah, when someone tells us something to do and when we reach there, oh yeah, मैंने आंदा सी. चल जा. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So guys, let's go on.
In order to be accepted, all our instructors have to submit a reference from someone who's seen them work with children. Like if they worked as a babysitter, for example.
So, all right, well done. I'll just play this again.
In order to be accepted, all our instructors have to submit a reference.
All our instructors have to submit a reference. A reference is required, and then they say
Someone who's seen them work with children. Like if they worked as a babysitter, for example.
all right, now let's go on. Classes. Now the second heading is classes. The size of the classes is limited. So just underline limited, but don't read it so carefully. After that, question number 4. There are quiet times during the morning for a dash or a game. Now the answer is going to come with game. Right? They say there are quiet times. Quiet times means they don't have big crowd. There are quiet times during the morning for a dash or a game. So whatever they say with the game, that will be your answer. Let's see.
Right. And tell me a bit about the classes. What size will Charlie's class be?
We have a limit of 8 children in each class, so their instructor really gets to know them well. They're out riding most of the time, but they have quiet times too, where their instructor might tell them a story that's got something to do with cycling, or get them to play a game together. It's a lot of fun.
It must be.
So, story and then game, they said. Yeah, game and story. So, story will be the answer. Is that all clear? Yeah, there also? Good. Okay, question number 5. Classes are held even if there is. Imagine cycling. Cycling is open air. So, classes are held if there is. That's right. So, let's see. Means chutti nahi hai, classes are held. Listen.
Now, what happens if there's rain? Do the classes still run?
Oh yes, we don't let that put us off. We just put on our waterproofs and keep cycling.
Clear? So the answer is rain. Well done. Now, what to bring The next heading is what to bring. When you go for cycling, what do you need to bring? Maybe a bottle of water, helmet, other things like that. The first one is a change of clothing. Change of clothing means in the bag you should have your spare clothes, as we call them spare clothes. Change of clothing. Next is a dash, and the third one is shoes, not sandals. So first they will say a separate dress or a spare dress, and after that there will be the answer, and then they say shoes, not sandals, right? Let's see. And by the way, they've written a. A means answer is going to be singular. A means answer is going to be a noun. A singular noun will be the answer, right? I played.
And is there anything special Charlie should bring along with him?
Well, maybe some spare clothes, especially if the weather's not so good. And a snack for break time?
How about a drink?
No, we'll provide that. And make sure he has shoes, not sandals.
Sure.
Okay, so snake. Snake, yeah, sap vi denge, yeah. The other one, bachche nu sap pada denge, something like that. So this is a snack, right? S-N-A-C-K, snack, not snack video, right? Okay, and shoes, they talked about that. Question number 7, Charlie's dash. Charlie's, it means something related to Charlie. Usually for apostrophe S, they use of. Charlie's dash, dress of Charlie. Dress of Charlie means Charlie's dress. Charlie's dash, so for apostrophe S, they usually use of with that. For example, Charlie's shoes, shoes of Charlie's, right? Like that. So I play this.
And just at present, Charlie has to take medication every few hours, so I'll make sure he has that.
Absolutely. Just give us details of when he has to take it, and we'll make sure he does.
Thanks.
Medication. Charlie has to take medication. So Charlie's medication. How do you spell that? C-A-T-I-O-N. Medication. Well done. Very good. Now we've got day 1. Now just imagine day 1 for cycling. What is it that they require on day 1? Day 1, Charlie should arrive at 9:20. Just underline 9:20. Okay. Next, before the class, his dash will be checked. His dash means they will check something of Charlie, right? Maybe his face or anything like that. So let's go on.
Now, there are a few things you should know about day 1 of the camp. The classes normally start at 9:30 every morning. But on day 1, you should aim to get Charlie here by 9:20. The finishing time will be 12:30 as usual. We need the additional time because there are a few extra things to do. The most important is that we have a very careful check to make sure that every child's helmet fits properly. If it doesn't fit, we'll try to adjust it, or we'll find him another one. But he must wear it all the time he's on the bike.
Of course.
So, helmet, exactly. And how do you spell helmet? H-A-E-L-M-A-T-E-T. Well done, helmet. Okay, that's awesome. Very good. Question number 9, please. He should then go to the dash to meet his class instructor. Now, Charlie will go somewhere to meet his class instructor. So, that location where he is going to go will be the answer, right? Charlie will go to the dash to meet his class instructor.
Then, after that, all the instructors will be waiting to meet their classes, and they'll meet up in the tent. You can't miss it. And each instructor will take their class away and get started.
So,
Okay.
answer is 10. T-A T-E-N-T, tent. Very simple. All right, that's good. And by the way, this is the natural audio speed. I did not do anything with the audio speed, right? Yeah. So part 1 is usually like this. Let's go on cost. Final thing. What is the price for all this complete thing? The course costs dash and then there is a dollar sign. So will you write dollar sign with your answer? Not at all, exactly. Per week, right? They might say monthly price or daily price, but you will focus weekly price per week, okay? Yeah. You can go on sharing. Are you sharing? That's good. Sharing is caring. You say, I don't care. Yeah? Sometimes children are bad.
Well, that all sounds good. Now, can you tell me how much the camp costs a week?
$199. We've managed to keep the price more or less the same as last year. It was $190 then, but the places are filling up quite quickly.
Right. Okay, well, I'd like to book for...
All right. So 100. What about 190? That was in the past, but now it is 199. Very good. Okay.